everybody. Welcome to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. My name is Samantha Genzer, and I'm going to be your host for today. We have a very exciting episode for you guys. We're going to be covering the basketball Olympic roster for Team USA, the ShopRite LPGA Classics, the top 10 WNBA rookies, recent NWSL games, and make sure you guys stay till the end of the show to hear about the NCAA D1 Outdoor Track and Field Championships. Before we begin, I wanted to ask you guys to like and follow the show, and to become a part of our show, to tip and donate using the link gsmcpodcast.net. Also, we do get a lot of questions and comments that come from viewers during the show, so to ensure that your questions get read on the air, I ask that you use the link gsmcpodcast.net. This puts your questions at the top of the list so that I see them, and of course, it really helps the show and myself. I would really appreciate the tips and donations very much. Again, the link is gsmcpodcast.net. Okay, now let's get started. I hope you guys enjoy today's content. Okay, we're starting the show off with talking about who is representing USA in basketball in the upcoming Paris Olympics. The roster was released this Saturday, and Caitlin Clark was not on the list. Caitlin Clark has international experience with USA basketball at a younger level, but she wasn't able to make the national training camp in Cleveland after she was invited because she was leading Ohio to the Final Four. USA basketball generally has not publicly announced Olympic alternatives. The projected roster and list of potential alternatives must be submitted to FIBA, basketball's world governing body, by approximately June 24th. Who knows if Clark will be an alternate or considered to be an alternate, and I'm going to touch on if I think she should be on the team or not at the end of this segment. First, I want to talk about the people that are on the roster. We have forward Nafisa Collier from the Minnesota Lynx forward. Collier was on the Olympic team in 2020, where she helped the team secure the gold medal. Looking ahead to this year's Olympics, Collier is an excellent pick for several reasons. She's got versatility, defensive skills, especially dominating in rebound, steals, and blocks, and reliability in a high-pressure situation. She is a leader in the WNBA, and she definitely will be a leader on the Olympic team. Then we have guard and forward, Kalea Copper from the Phoenix Mercury. Wow, why did that take me so long to say? Wow. She has had a truly standout season this far, having career-high games of 30 points and more. She became the third player in WNBA history to have multiple games in a season with 30-plus points, 5-plus three-pointers, and 4-plus steals and blocks. In her last game on Saturday, she scored 13 points in the final 5 minutes and 18 seconds of the game to lead her team to the victory against the Minnesota Lynx. Even though this is her first time competing in the Olympics, she has been such a standout player and consistent in the recent games that I have so much confidence that she will do amazing on the team. Guard Chelsea Gray from the Las Vegas Aces. She was in the 2020 Olympics, and from her experience there and how she's been playing the past couple WNBA seasons, Gray's court vision, passing accuracy, ability to create opportunities for her teammates, and being a pretty clutch scorer will make her a valuable asset to the team. Lots of confidence in her, of course. Center Brittany Griner will be on the team. This will be Griner's first time playing international since she was detained in Russia prison for 10 months in 2022. She said she'll play abroad only for the USA basketball team, so this will be a big deal for her getting back to playing at the international level. She played in the Olympics twice, 2016 and 2020. She's also a 6-time WNBA All-Star, so I'm happy to see that she's getting this opportunity again to play on the Olympic team. Guard Sabrina Ionescu will be on the team as well, obviously. I say obviously because she is one of my favorite WNBA players, although she has never been on the Olympic team. So this will be her first time competing in the Olympics. Since being selected as the number 1 overall pick by the New York Liberty in the 2020 WNBA draft, Ionescu has adeptly transitioned to the professional level, demonstrating her capacity to lead and excel under pressure. Her rapid growth in WNBA underscores her readiness for the demanding competition of the Olympics. Ionescu's stellar performance and playmaking and scoring skills, all of that characterized by her acute court vision and the ability to score from literally anywhere, position her as a formidable offensive threat. Additionally, her proven leadership and composure cultivated during high-stakes games in college equipped her well for the intense environment of the Olympics, so even though she's never competed in the Olympics, she is a very wise choice. Guard Jewel Lloyd from the Seattle Reign. Ooh, there we go. Seattle Storm. Wow, or Seattle Reign. Oh my gosh, that is an NWSL team. We will be talking about the Seattle Reign later, but Seattle Storm. Lloyd contributed as a versatile guard, providing scoring, defense, and excellent perimeter shooting. She's known for her all-around game. She can score from anywhere on the floor, is a tough defender, and provides leadership and stability on the court for sure. Her ability to make plays both for herself and her teammates enhances the team's offensive dynamics, and the Olympic team is already has a legacy of being very good, so it's good to see her back out there. Guard Kelsey Plum from the Las Vegas Aces. In my opinion, she's a huge part of why the Aces have been so successful in the past. This is her first time competing at the Olympics. She's known for her sharp shooting from beyond the arc, and her scoring versatility makes her a constant threat on offense. Now, while known primarily for her offense, Plum has shown significant improvements in her defensive play. Her agility and anticipation enable her to guard multiple positions and disrupt opposing offenses, adding another layer of value to her presence on the court. This is a great time for her to be selected for the USA Olympic team. Obviously, forward Brianna Stewart from the New York Liberty. She played in the 2016 and 2020 Olympics, so she has more experience than some of the other players on the roster. She did absolutely amazing in both of these Olympics, and because of this, there's a lot of pressure for her to meet those standards and maybe do even better. She's known for her do-it-all capability, so she impacts literally every facet of the game. She's a opponent scorer, a relentless rebounder, and a formidable defender, making her one of the most complete players in the tournament. Guard Dana Taurasi from the Phoenix Mercury. Obviously, she has the most experience playing on the Olympic team, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, and 2020. Taurasi is renowned for her exceptional shooting ability, particularly from three-point range, and her clutch performance in critical game situations. Her aggressive playing style, combined with her ability to create her own shot and set up her teammates, makes her a formidable opponent. Defensively, she uses her intelligence and experience to disrupt opposing offenses. It makes a lot of sense for them to have her on the team, of course, again, because she's been on the Olympic team so many dang times that it's like, obviously, she's coming back. And she's been doing great in the WNBA season, so she deserves to be out there again for the Olympics. Forward Alyssa Thomas from the Connecticut Sun. This is her first year competing at the Olympics as well. She, Sabrina Ionescu, and Kalea Copper all played on the American team that won the World Cup in Australia in 2022. So she definitely is a good selection for this team. Thomas is known for recording triple doubles, a testament to her versatile skill set. She is one of the few players in WNBA history with multiple career triple doubles, so it will be interesting to see if she can carry that over to the Olympics. Obviously, A'ja Wilson from the Las Vegas Aces. She was in the 2022 Olympics. 2002 Olympics. Oh my gosh. No, the 2020 Olympics. Oh my gosh. Whoa, what am I saying? She was in the 2020 Olympics. Wait. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was. She better be. If she wasn't, that wouldn't make sense. But I'm pretty sure she's in the 2020 Olympics. I think she is like one of the best. She's like the top 5 best basketball players in the WNBA, in my opinion. And last Wednesday's game, Wilson had 36 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 steals to help the Aces beat the Dallas Wings, 95-81. Wilson became the first player in WNBA history to have at least 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 steals in a game. She also was the first with at least 35 points and 5 steals in multiple games. So clearly, Wilson is going to absolutely dominate in the Olympics. Lastly, Jackie Young, also from the Las Vegas Aces. She excels as a combo guard, capable of playing both point and shooting guard positions effectively. She's known for her strong defensive play, versatility on offense, and ability to make critical plays. Young's height and strength allow her to match up well against different opponents, making her a valuable defensive asset. Offensively, she can score, facilitate, and rebound, contributing across the board. So the USA team will get together to train for a few days in Phoenix in July. Then it's off to London for an exhibition game against Germany before heading to France. The Americans will play Japan, Belgium, and Germany in pool play at the Olympics. The U.S. team will be coached by longtime Minnesota Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve, who has extensive USA basketball experience. Reeve, like former Olympic coaches, was allowed to give feedback on team makeup, but that was not part of the group that picked players. That was done by the selection committee, chaired by Connecticut Sun team president Rosati, a former UConn and WNBA player who also coached for many years. Joining Rosati on the selection committee are South Carolina coach Don Staley, a previous U.S. Olympic coach who also played in 3 Olympics, Dan Padover, the Atlanta Dreams general manager, Bethany Donovan, the WNBA's head of league operations, and Simon Augustus and Delisha Milton-Jones, retired WNBA champions and Olympic gold medalists who are now college coaches. Now, let me answer the question we're all wondering. Do I think Caitlin Clark should be on the Olympic team? Clark did enough to earn a spot, and she deserves it in the sense that she has the skills and talent to play on the Olympic team. But I am not shocked that she is not on the team. As you can see, the Olympic roster has enough experience, amazing, dominating guards, Teresi, Gray, Young, Plum. Like, they have so many. 2 other Olympic newcomers, Thomas and Copper, aren't pure guards, but perform a lot of guard duties. Thomas leads the WNBA in assists. Thomas and Copper also are 2 of the best defenders in the world who can guard multiple positions. So even without Clark as a guard, I think the team is pretty much set and already very strong. I am shocked that Arpichaya Yubol didn't make the team, and I'm sad to see that she won't be on the team. Also, another reason I'm not shocked that Clark isn't on the team is because she is a rookie, and although there have been rookies many times that have made the Olympic team, especially the first draft pick rookie, I feel like the pool for the roster this year was just so much more competitive than maybe even previous years. Also, the question is, who would you take off this roster? You know? So it's like, every single person I see on this roster, I would want on the roster. I wouldn't want to take off anybody. I mean, I would like to see Caitlin Clark as an alternate maybe. I think she deserves to be on the team, but there's just so many great people on this team that I'm like, I don't know who you would take off. A lot of people have been wondering maybe she will get selected to compete on the 3v3 team, and honestly, I don't think so, just because she doesn't have that much experience in a 3v3 match. On the brighter side, Cameron Brink was selected for the 3v3 team, and there was a video going viral of her tearing up while receiving the offer. It was a very sweet moment, but she has so much experience in that type of game that it makes sense that Brink was a rookie selected for the team. So, I mean, I'm not shocked that Caitlin Clark wasn't selected for the Olympic team, but at the same time, it's sad. I wish she was on the team. But again, like, there's not a single person on the team, on the roster right now that I would generally be like, take them off, switch them with Clark. Like, I feel like everybody on the roster is just so good. And the USA has an advantage with their legacy, and they've won 7 consecutive Olympics. So I think they're going to have a lot of confidence going into this competition. I think they're going to have a lot of motivation as well, and I feel like they'll probably come out with okay, you know what? I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, but I'm hoping they come out with a gold medal, okay? That's all I'm saying. So we're now going to go on to the next segment where we're going to talk about the ShopRite LPGA Classic results. Before we get into that, we're going to be taking a very short break, so I will see you guys very soon.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, some losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about the top 10 WNBA rookies in the season so far, and now we're going to recap the ShopRite LPGA Classics. The competition was held this weekend with 9 past champions in the field. A $1.75 million purse was up for grab at the Seaview Bay course in New Jersey. So we're going to go ahead and talk about how the competition went. Before we start, though, I just wanted to remind you guys to like and follow the show and to become a part of our show to tip and donate using the link gsmcpodcast.net. I would really appreciate if you guys tip and donate. It would be lovely, and truly appreciate it. It makes a difference for the show and for myself as an individual and human being. I would appreciate it. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate that as well. Okay, so we're just going to get started and talking about the ShopRite LPGA Classics. This was a very interesting, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge golf fan, but this was, I'll say that LPGA classes are always fun to watch because you never know who's going to win. I feel like you'll have predictions, but then at the same time, you're like, actually, I don't know. I feel like there's always so many great competitors, and it's just, you never know. Okay, so, Wait, that's so crazy. Wait, did you guys see that? Sorry guys, we are having technical difficulties right now. I have some pictures up here that should be working, but they're not working, and that really stinks because okay, wait, that is so crazy. Okay, that's okay. Moving on. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry about that. I had some pictures to show y'all, and I had the final scores laid out and everything, so it was clear to see. But apparently they're not working, so we're just gonna keep going with that. Okay, guys. So, also disclaimer: I apologize if I can't pronounce people's names. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. It's so bad, and I sincerely apologize. Okay, so let's just get started talking about this. So sorry for the technical difficulties. We're just gonna move past that. Okay, so a week after Arpichaya Yubol flirted with the lead in a major championship, she toyed with the round of 59 at the ShopRite LPGA Classic. Friday morning, Yubol began her opening round on the second nine and came to her closing hole, the par 5 ninth, leading an eagle to match what has been done only once before on the LPGA Tour. Yubol sat at 10 under par when she arrived at the 477 yard, par 5, where the young Thai hit her third shot, a pitch from short of the green to within 10 feet of the hole. Yubol two-putted from there for par and closed with a round at 61 to tie the tournament record. Also on Friday, Megan Khan closed out her opening round with 5 consecutive birdies to shoot 65 and rode the momentum to a second round. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm so sorry. I just had like a bunch of like glitching errors on my screen. I really hope you guys can see me. My computer just like glitched so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. It's Monday. I guess technical difficulties come up Mondays for some reason. Anyway, so about Megan Khan, she closed out her opening round with 5 consecutive birdies to shoot 65 and rode that momentum to a second round of 69 on Saturday. That string of 5 straight birdies matched her longest consecutive streak in a single round for the 26-year-old, who was so excited with the achievement that she threw her putter. After day one, she took a 3-shot lead at -10. Yubol's 61 is not only her new career best 18-hole score, but it tied the tournament 18-hole scoring record set by Sayoung Kim and Sakura Yokamine in 2018. The 22-year-old, who admitted struggling with her confidence heading into the U.S. Women's Open, made it look easy on this weekend. Starting on number 10, Yubol made her first birdie of the day on number 13 and continued her streak of birdies until she stepped on the 18th hole. Yubol then chipped in on the scoreboard par 5, adding an eagle to the car from 16 yards out. After the turn, Yubol made 4 birdies between numbers 3 to 7, hitting with double digits under par on number 7 and seeking the tour's second ever 59 and first since Annika Sorenstam with 2 holes to play. And Sorenstam was in 2001 when that happened. With a par on number 8, the Thai native knocked it to 10 feet in her eagle attempt on the par 5 ninth and unfortunately missed the ensuing birdie putt to close with the first post-round lead of her tour career. Jenny Shin tied her career best round, a 63, to lead the afternoon players and finish the day in solo second. Shin opened with 2 birdies in the first 3 holes, number 10 and 13, and carded 2 more before making the turn on the entertaining 17th and 18 holes. She made 3 straight on numbers 3 to 5 and closed birdie by guy birdie to sign for her best 18-hole score since the 2021 Lotte Championship. Naren Ann, in her debut at the ShopRite LPGA Classic, shot a bogey-free 64 and sits in third at -7. 6 of her 7 total birdies came on the last 8 holes of the round. 7 players sit in a tie for 4th at -6, including 2011 ShopRite LPGA Classic champion Brittany Lincecum and LPGA Tour winners Megan Khan, Wyland Hughes, and Naza Hadikoa. Amateur and sponsor invite Rachel Kuhn is among a 6-player contingent at -5, which was tied at 11th place, while defending champion Ashley Buhai lurks at -4 overall and tied for 17th place. On Saturday, Jenny Shin shot a 2 under 69. It was much different from Friday's opening round when Shin had 9 birdies and a bogey to calmer conditions to match a career low with a 63. Albay Valenzuela, who is trying to become the first Swiss player to win on tour, shot at 68 and was alone in second, a shot ahead of Su Shai Chen, Chang, Narine Ann, Megan Kong, and Wai Lin Hughes. Ayaka Faru, who has 6 top 10 finishes this year, including a tie for 6 in last week's US Women's Opens, was among the group 3 shots back. In all, there were 13 players within 3 shots of Shin heading into the final round and 26 within 4, including Yubol. Yuko Sasso, who won her 2nd U.S. Women's Open title last week, missed the 3 under cut by 3 shots. Japanese countrywoman Hanako Shibuno, the runner-up last week, was 5 shots ahead off the lead after a 71. Nasa Hakatoa was disqualified before the start of the round after officials reviewed video of her final hole in the first round and found she took too long searching for a lost ball in tall grass running the 9th hole, her last of the day. While she found the ball since time expired, it was considered lost. By rule, she should have returned to the spot of her previous shot and played from there with a 1-stroke penalty. She didn't sign for a 65 and left the scoring area. That is so unfortunate, and I feel so bad for her. Just because you lost your ball, basically. That's so unfortunate. Anyway, Jenny Shin took a lead in the final round for the 4th time on the LPGA Tour. She did not win any of those previous events, and her victory at the 2016 Volunteers of America shootout, she chased down Garina Pillar with a final round 67 to win by 2. Gina Kim made her albatross, holding her 2nd shot on the par 5 9th hole, her last of the day. That moved her from 5 over on the day to 2 over, but she still missed the cut by 1 shot. On Sunday, the last day of the competition, yesterday, Linnea Strom shot a tournament record 11 under 60 to overcome a 7-stroke deficit and win the ShopRite LPGA Classic by a shot for her first LPGA Tour title. Strom had an eagle chipping in for 15 feet on the par 5 9th and 9 birdies to get to 14 under 199. She had the lowest final round score by a winner in LPGA Tour history and matched the 2nd lowest score overall. Anika Sorenstam set the record with a 59 in the 2nd round of the 2001 Standard Register Ping or P-I-N-G. The previous best final round for winner was a 61 by NB Park in the 2014 Manulife Financial LPGA Classic. Strom started the day tied for 52nd for by far the biggest comeback by position on the tour since 1984. The previous largest comeback by position since 1984 was Ayaka Okamoto and a tie for 23rd at the 1987 Lady Keystone Open. Strom won after missing the cuts in 5 of her last 6 events. The former Arizona State star is the 15th Swedish player to win on the tour, making Kong and Ayaka Faru of Japan tied for 2nd. Kong closed with a 66 and Faru shot 65. Athaya Thidakul of Thailand was 12 under after a 65. So, just to wrap this segment up, I wanted to lay out on the screen the scores and places of everybody, but I'm let's see again. Oh my gosh, why is it not working? It makes me so sad. Oh my gosh, now I just realized why it's not working. Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically, funny story, guys. When I was putting in these pictures, I you know how you can oh my gosh, wait, hold it. I got it. Yo, we got it. We got the results here, okay? I'm so sorry. I'm even going to do this on camera. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so sorry about that, the technical issues. The reason that it was like that was because I had the same title for an image. So instead of saying keep both images, I said replace. So every single picture that was already uploaded into this just replaced it with the other one. So I'm very, very sorry about that. Oh my gosh, no, actually there's another one. Oh my gosh, guys, I am so sorry. I promise I'm not a mess. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna start with this one because this is the first one. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. This is so unfortunate and not my best look at the moment. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so here we go. I just wanted to put this out there so you guys can actually see who won and who didn't because it gets so confusing. Okay, So, at -14, Linnea Strom was in first, Ayaka Faru and Megan Conn in second at -13, Athaya Thidicole in fourth at -12, and Morgan Matrow at fifth with -11. Tied at 6 was Marina Alex, Wylan Hugh, and Noreen Ann at -10. Tied at 9th was Lauren Coughlin, Alban Valenzuela, and Jenny Shin at -9. Tied at 12th was Ashley Buai, Nana Perez, Madsen, Azahara Munoz, Jody Ebert Shadoff, Maria Fassi, Yu Ren, Jin Young Ko, Jiong Lee, and Stephanie Karako at -8. And then we have, guys, I'm so sorry. Now I need to get the other picture, the 10th. There we go. Okay. At 21st place was Yuna Neshimura, Laura Hartledge, Hinako Shibuno, Arpichaya Yubol, Maosego, and Yelima No at -6. And then in 27th place was Hannah Green, Alexander Fosterling, Minji Kong, Mina Harage, Brooke Henderson, Pornagong, Fatloom, Paula Rado, Donnie, Ardina, Haiji Kong, oh my gosh, wait, did I already? Oh wait, no I didn't. Austin Kim, Lindsay Weaver Wright, Eugene Sung, and Suschia Cheng at -6. I told you guys I'm really bad at pronouncing names, and I sincerely apologize. Okay, I'm once again so sorry about these technical issues there. That was really embarrassing. I promise we're not going to try to do that again. We're not going to try to have technical issues like that again. Anyway, we're now going to move on to our next segment where we're going to talk about the top 10 WNBA rookies so far this season that I ranked. Before we get into that, we're going to take a very short break, so I will see you guys all very, very soon.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your fix of daily sports talk shows on YouTube, absolutely free. NFL, college football, NBA, MLB, MMA, UFC, fantasy football, and so much more. GSMC Sports Network has shows running all day long, with new sports shows starting every 2 hours. Just like on your favorite cable sports channel, except GSMC Sports Network is absolutely free. Just search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube to catch one of your new favorite shows, like the GSMC College Football Podcast, Chip Shot Football Podcast, Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, GSMC Basketball Podcast, and so many more. Check it out for yourself. GSMC Sports Network, now available on YouTube absolutely free. Search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube right now.
Welcome back, everybody, to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about the ShopRite LPGA Classic, and now we're going to rank the top WNBA rookies. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you guys so much for bearing with me with those technical issues in the other segment. Very much appreciate the patience. Okay, let's just get started right into this. Okay, so at number 10, we have Sevgi Uzan from the Dallas Wings. Last Sunday, she had arguably one of her best games in the WNBA, scoring a career-high 12 points, going 5-12 from the field and 1-4 from the three-point line, in addition to making 1 of 2 free throws. She also contributed 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals over 36 minutes during a game against the Lynx, which the Wings did lose, unfortunately, 87-76. This performance exemplifies her all-around game and ability to contribute in multiple facets. Uzan has shown she can score in various ways, whether it's shooting from deep or driving to the basket. Her scoring versatility makes her a significant offensive threat. While playing significant minutes, Uzan has not played as many minutes as some other rookies, which makes her stand out a bit less to me, or I guess also just her stats don't match to some of the other rookies that are ranked higher on this list. At number 9 is Leonie Fibich from the New York Liberty. She's been playing significant minutes. In her last game of the 9th, she played 25 minutes and made pretty good contributions, scoring 12 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 assist. She is ranked 9th because while she's not one of the best, her stats are not... let me say that again. While she is one of the best, her stats are not up to the level of some of the other ranked higher rookies. I think she needs to watch out for personal fouls because she had 5 in her last 2 games. The Liberty has had a good start to the season, and hopefully they can continue to stay on track with the Aces. Fibich's team has been helping her out, and she's been getting good playing time, learning from experience and from the other skilled players on the team. At number 8 is Julie Van Loo from the Washington Mystics. The Mystics have had 12 losses, so their season is not looking too hot right now. Other than that, Van Loo herself has been doing really good. She is one of the older rookies at 31 years old, and honestly, I thought that she was in her mid or early 20s. I just wonder how long she's going to play in the WNBA for. She's been averaging 7.9 points, 2.1 rebounds, 5.6 assists, and 0.6 steals. Her assist record is remarkable. Not many rookies have been that successful in assist. She hasn't been doing too well in scoring, though. I think her defensive abilities are a bit stronger than her offensive skills, which have been shown a bit by her rebounding and steals stats. At number 7 is Aaliyah Edwards for the Washington Mystics. She's averaging 9 points, 6.3 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and 0.8 steals. She does good on defense with her height, but her offensive skills, I think, could use more work. She's been playing good minutes, so I'm a bit shocked to see that she hasn't scored as much, but other than that, she has been really strong in defense. Because of her team's many losses, Edwards has been showing her frustration online reasonably, and I do feel bad for her because I bet it would suck to be in the sixth pick in the draft, and then you haven't had a win yet in your season. But she still is holding out strong and doing really good for the team. I hope the team can rally up to get some more points and hopefully find a win soon. At number 6 is Camila Cardoso from the Chicago Sky. On June 8th, in a pregame interview, Sky coach Teresa Weatherspoon announced major news about Cardoso. She will start against the Dream, replacing Williams. This marked Cardoso's first career start in the WNBA. Cardoso had her WNBA debut last Saturday against the Indiana Fever, and she recorded 11 points and 6 rebounds in just 18 minutes of action. So she had a shoulder injury, so seeing her come back for the strong was super impressive. She's averaging 6.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 1 assist. This is a pretty good start, and she has been pretty strong offensively, especially considering that she is still technically recovering from an injury. Cardoso also has really good on-court chemistry with Angel Reese, which is another rookie that we're going to be talking about on the Chicago Sky team. So having the two of them on the team together has been really advantageous for the Sky. At number 5 is Rickea Jackson from the Los Angeles Sparks. Behind strong second and fourth quarters in Los Angeles' 96-92 win on Sunday over Las Vegas Aces, Jackson matched her season high of 16 points and shot 7 for 11, her most field goal attempts in a game so far in her pro career. Her scoring was tied for second most on the team alongside Ari McDonald, while the former Tennessee standout also added 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block in 23 minutes. Jackson and the rest of the starters were a step behind in the game's opening minutes, with Las Vegas jumping ahead 14-0 before coach Kurt Miller benched them. But Jackson's 9 second quarter points helped the Sparks maintain their momentum as the bench unit erased an initial 15-point deficit. Jackson's first bucket of the game off an inbounds play gave Los Angeles its first lead of the night. Then in the fourth quarter, with the Aces back up 4, Jackson scored 7 points in the final 4 minutes, 2 basket-off drives to the rim, and another where she backed down fellow rookie Kate Martin on the block for the score. So clearly she's been really helpful for the team. Jackson threw shade at Kate Martin during and after the game, so that was very interesting. But other than that, the game itself was a good one to watch, and Jackson really dominated the court. She's averaging 9.6 points, 3 rebounds, and 0.5 assists and 0.5 steals, which is one of the best stats compared to some of the other rookies. At number 4 is Angel Reese from the Chicago Sky. She's been making headlines a lot with all the drama around Caitlin Clark, and in the last Chicago Sky game, she got in a heated altercation with Naz Hillman. Reese is getting very frustrated with her team's recent losses, and it's been bringing her down mentally. I'm hoping that frustration would not impact the game too much, or the on-court chemistry has with her teammates, and maybe could help encourage her more and be more motivated and determined. Reese is the Sky's most experienced starting post player, which was determined Saturday in just the 10th game of her WNBA career. She made 5 of 10 shots for 13 points and had 13 rebounds for the 4th double-double of her young career. She also added 5 steals. We all know how strong she is as a player. We all saw her absolutely dominate at LSU. But she still really impressed me with how she's been playing in the WNBA. Like, I'll always be impressed by her. Reese is averaging 11.6 points, 9.6 rebound, 1.9 assists, and 1.9 steals. When you just look at her stats, it's undeniable that she is one of the best rookies. At number 3 is Kate Martin from the Las Vegas Aces. She has been really stepping up her game. This Sunday, she had her first start in the game. Despite the Aces losing to Los Angeles 96-92, Martin scored 13 points in 32 minutes, both of which were career highs. Martin also went a perfect 3 of 3 from three-point range, and after draining one of those threes in the second quarter of the Sunday's game, Martin earned herself a new nickname. So the Aces social media team posted on Twitter, or X, along with a video of Martin's main bucket. They posted her nickname, and her nickname is capital K and then a $sign. I don't know if they call it K Money. I don't know. I couldn't figure out how they actually say it, but it's kind of an evolution of the classic Money Martin name that Kate Martin had while playing alongside Caitlin Clark at Iowa. And if Martin keeps his current form up, she'll be competing with Clark for Rookie of the Year votes, I think. She's been averaging 5.1 points, 3.5 rebounds, 1.8 assists, and 0.3 steals. She's shown a lot of improvement playing with the team the past few games, and I think the comfortability she's gotten in the past weeks has helped her perform better. At number 2 is Cameron Brink from the Los Angeles Sparks. She just got some exciting news. She was selected to represent the U.S. this summer at the Paris Olympics as a member of the women's 3v3 basketball team. This is a huge moment for her, and there was a video going viral of her tearing up after receiving the news. Anyway, on Sunday, which was her most recent game, it was yesterday, she finished with 8 points, 6 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 1 assist. Despite picking up her 4th foul toward the end of the third quarter, she returned to the floor to play the final 5 minutes and 25 seconds of the game and didn't get another foul called on her as the Sparks picked up for the win. Brink didn't have the most efficient night, 2 for 8 shooting, and adjustment to the pro game basically all rookies are experiencing. But once more, the former Stanford great impressed with her rim protection and managing to block the 2-time MVP in Wilson. Brink has 30 blocks in 11 games, tied for the second fewest to reach the mark in WNBA history, and she's the shortest player to reach the mark that quickly. It was so impressive. She's been a very consistent player, and I think that's what makes her the second best rookie right now. Brink is averaging 8.2 points, 5.9 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 1 steal. I would like to see her have more success with scoring, but her defensive skills have always been so strong that I am just really impressed by her. Also, Jimmy Butler was getting interviewed about watching the WNBA games, and he said, for some reason, 22 just looks good in purple and white. So if Jimmy Butler is bringing up how good you are, I feel like that says a lot. And finally, number 1 is Caitlin Clark from the Indiana Fever. This should not be a shocker because I'm a huge fan of her. ESPN released some of their rankings for rookies, and I disagree with them. They put Caitlin Clark, I believe, at 6, and I think that is just wrong. When you simply look at her stats, she has the best stats out of any rookie in the league. She's averaging 16.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, 6.3 assists, and 1.5 steals. Yes, she had 2 rough games at the beginning of the season with a lot of turnovers, but she was still amazing in scoring points, and turnovers has still been a bit of an issue for her. On Friday, Clark had the second 30-point game of her 12th-game pro career in the Fever's 85-83 win over the Washington Mystics. Clark was 7 of 13 from 3-point range and 8 of 15 overall for Indiana. She also had 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals with 8 turnovers. Now, while the turnovers are still a concern, you also have to consider how much else she's doing for the Fever. Clark's 7 3-pointers on Fridays tied the WNBA rookie record. You have to consider that. Indiana Fever coach Christy Side said about Clark, when she gets hot, she can be really dangerous. We need to get her off some scrims so she doesn't have to work so hard. Now, going back to the whole ESPN rankings, the real reason Clark is at 6 is because they consider team aspects too, like how a rookie's team doing, and as we know, the Fever is not looking too hot. So if you take that into consideration, I can see why Clark is lower in the rankings, but I still think regardless, she should be in the top 3. So we're now going to move on to the next segment where we talk about the recent NWSL games. Before we start and get into that, we are going to be taking a very short break, so I will see you guys very soon.
For the best and latest podcasts available anywhere, go to the podcast app on your cell phone and type in GSMC to access free content-rich podcasts on health and wellness, book reviews, sports, entertainment, relationships, social media, movies, technology, finance, and even weird news. Subscribe and download the GSMC Podcast Network's family of shows, available everywhere podcasts are found.
Hello guys, welcome back to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about the top 10 WNBA rookies that I ranked, and now we're going to be talking about some NWSL updates. In this segment, we're going to recap the recent NWSL games, including some big historic news that happened at one of the games. Okay, so let's begin. Let's just get right ahead into it. Okay, so on June 7th, the Racing Louisville beat the Houston Dash 2-0 for a second straight win at the Lynn Family Stadium. In the 62nd minute, Savannah Day Mello got the scoring started with a goal off the rebound. Park and Goins then scored the insurance goal for Racing in the 85th minute off an assist from Day Mello. The win puts Racing at 3 wins, 6 draws, and 2 losses, and will next host Gotham FC on June 15th, which is going to be a really interesting game. The Racing Louisville is having a better season right now than they have had in the past, I think. At least they're stepping up their game in this season for sure, it feels like. Also on June 7th was the San Diego Wave v. Orlando Pride game. And this was an unfortunate game for the Pride. The final score was 1-1, and this was the Pride's first draw of the season. For this game, they had a huge winning streak, making them the top team in the league. Shockingly, the Wave had not their first draw in a while. There we go. In a while. In the league. Shockingly, though, the Wave had more offensive opportunities the game with 19 shots in total, while the Pride only got 9 shots. Julie Dole scored the goal for the Pride, and Mackenzie Doninick scored for the Pride. This was one of the 2 games that Barbara Banda did not score. The Wave had a really good game, and now they're definitely more in the running for getting that first place spot in the league. I mean, they're not as up there, I guess. I still think the Pride is a better all-around team, but they're definitely more competition looking at them now. Moving on to June 8th, Gotham FC v. Angel City. Gotham star forward Rose Lavelle capped off a building attack and provided the game-winning goal for their 2-1 win at the Red Bull Arena. Lavelle combined expertly with Delaney Sheehan on the right side of Angel City's box, and after a give-and-go between the two, Lavelle fired a left-footed shot past DG Harasik in the 62nd minute. It came not long after goalie Anne Katrine Berger conceded a soft equalizer, beaten by an awkward deflection from Sydney Laurel from following a cross into the box from Caris Le Benhan in the 51st minute. Gotham's other new star, Crystal Dunn, finally made her mark and opened the scoring in the first half. Yazim Ryan collected the ball on the left flank on the counterattack and did well to dribble past Madison Curry before playing an exquisite through ball to Dunn just in front of Angel City's box. Dunn shifted the ball to her favored right foot before firing past Harasik to give Gotham a 1-0 lead in the 26th minute. Dunn had come off the bench the previous 3 games, but she returned from the NWSL international break with a chance from Armaros to start on the right side of their attack, and she rewarded the decision, scoring her first goal and delivering her first goal contribution of the season and with her new team. Gotham is now unbeaten in their last 7 matches, so they're looking pretty strong right now. Also on Saturday was the Utah Royals v. Washington Spirit game with a final score of 0-1. Goalkeeper Mandy Hott was a standout player for the Royals, holding the team to just 1 goal after 6 saves. Kate McGuire-Weisner scored the goal for the Washington Spirit, and this is the Royals' 6th consecutive loss. They are not looking too hot right now. There were 2 other games on Saturday. The Chicago Red Stars lost to the Bay FC 2-1. This was the game where some historical moments came down. This was the first time in 80 years the Wrigley Field hosted a professional women's game, and this was the first ever NWSL game held at the field. The soccer match broke the NWSL attendance record, drawing in 35,038 soccer fans. The city is used to seeing a ton of energy across Wrigleyville on Saturday afternoons, but this week it was the Red Stars who brought that atmosphere. The Red Stars have played most of their home matches at SeatGeek Stadium in Bridgeville, so the atmosphere at Wrigley was special. The club hosted a family fan fest at Gallagher Way outside of Wrigley Field starting at 10 a.m. The fan fest was free and open to the public with an array of activities, giveaways, food, drinks, and a live DJ. Back to the actual game, though. Penelope Hawkins scored for the Red Stars, which was scored in the final minutes, and Kiki Pickett and Joelle Anderson scored for the Bay FC. The last Saturday game was the Portland Thorns v. North Carolina Courage, and this game ended in a win for the Portland Thorns 1-0. Thanks to the second half PK goal from Sophia Smith and a shutout performance from Shelby Hogan and the team's defense in front of 21,025 fans at Providence Park. Throughout much of the first half, the 2 teams battled in the trenches in the midfield, alternating possession, with both sides struggling to find clear opportunities in front of the goal. North Carolina had arguably the best opportunity in the 42nd minute, but a joint effort from goalkeeper Shelby Hogan and defender Marie Mueller stopped Ashley Sanchez's shot. In first half stoppage time, forward Sophia Smith looked to have the Thorns' best chance to goal, rocketing off a one-touch shot, but North Carolina's Cassie Murphy was able to punch it away, leaving the match scoreless heading into the halftime break. Defender Becky Sarbrun made history in the 57th minute, becoming the 8th player in the NWSL history and the first member of the Portland Thorns to play 15,000 regular season minutes. Super impressive and insane that she played that many minutes. The second half proved to be a physical clash with consistent start-stops, making it difficult for either team to really find any rhythm. Midfielder Olivia Moultrie looked to try her hand at goal in the 61st minute, weaving through several courage defenders inside the penalty box, but her shot missed just wide of the near post. In the 79th minute, the Thorns finally broke the stalemate after a video assisted review awarded Portland a penalty kick for a foul on Haina Sagita inside the 18-yard box. Smith stepped up to the spot and confidently slotted her kick into the back of the net, marking her 9th goal of the season. The foul on Sagita served as Ryan Williams' second yellow of the match, leaving North Carolina with 10 players for the remainder of the game. So it was pretty rough for them to only have 10 players at the end of the game. The last game to talk about was the game yesterday, the KC Current v Seattle Reign. This was a high-scoring game, so if you love to see a lot of goals being scored in soccer matches, I recommend watching this game in particular. The score ended in a 5-2 win for the KC Current. Team Wachawinga, Louis Blabanta, Vanessa De Bernardo, and Lauren scored the goals for the KC Current, Wachawinga scoring twice, and then Jordan Hutima scored for the Seattle Reign, but the goal was unable to keep the team in the game, really. So now let's look at the standings, because with these recent games, a lot of changes happen in the standings a bit. With Pride's tie and a bunch of teams have consecutive wins and some with consecutive losses, unfortunately. The Kansas City Current is now in first, which, okay, it doesn't shock me, okay, but it does make me a little sad for the Orlando Pride to see that. They're now in first with 8 wins, 0 losses, and 4 draws, and the Orlando Pride is in second with the exact same stats, pretty much. In third was the Washington Spirit with 9 wins, 3 losses, and 0 draws. Portland Thorns is in fourth with 7 wins, 4 losses and 1 draw. Gotham FC is in fifth at 6 wins, 2 losses, and 3 draws. Chicago Red Stars is in sixth with 5 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw. And seventh is the Racing Louisville with 3 wins, 2 losses, and 6 draws. The North Carolina Courage is not looking too hot, still sitting at 8th place with 5 wins and 7 losses. 9th is the San Diego Wave with 3 wins, 4 losses, and 4 draws. And 10th is the Bay FC with 4 wins and 8 losses. And then in 11th is the Houston Dash with 3 wins, 6 losses, and 3 draws. Angel City FC is at 12th with 3 wins, 6 losses, and 2 draws. Second to last at 13th is the Seattle Reign with 2 wins, 9 losses, and 1 draw. And finally at 14th is the Utah Royals, which has been their spot for the entire season so far. They are really not looking too hot with 1 win, 10 losses, and 1 draw. I'm very sad for them because I want to see them get a comeback maybe. I don't know if that will happen though. They're just not looking too hot right now, but maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. Their next game coming up soon, so we'll see after that. Okay, we're now going to move on to our next segment where we're going to talk about the NCAA D1 Outdoor Track and Field Championships. Before we get into that, we're going to be taking a very short break, so I will see you guys very soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done recapping recent NWSL games, and now we're moving into our last and final segment of the day, where we talk about the results from the NCAA D1 Outdoor Track and Field Championships that took place from June 5th to the 8th. This was a huge meet for the University of Arkansas as the Razorbacks made history in the 400 meters and finished with 63 points, 4 ahead of second place Florida to win their 9th national championship. So let's start by talking about how the sprint events went. During Friday's show, I gave some of my predictions on who will win each race and finish in first in the field events. So if you're interested about hearing how wrong or right I am, I recommend going ahead and checking that Friday's video out after this video, of course. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. Okay, for the 100-meter dash, Mackenzie Long, no shocker, from Mizzou finished in first at a time of 10.82 seconds. Brianna Lyston from LSU was second at 10.89 seconds, and Rosemary Chugwuma from Texas Tech was super close to that second place spot at 10.9 seconds. Mackenzie Long also came in first in the 200 meters at 21.83 seconds. And this was her personal best, actually. In fact, everyone who placed in the top 5 had a personal best in this race. And second was Jamesia Ford from South Carolina at 22.08 seconds. And third was Jada Mays from Oregon at 22.19 seconds. For the 400-meter event, this was where the University of Arkansas truly dominated. They took the first to fourth place positions. And first was obviously Nakisha Price at 48.89 seconds, and this was her personal best. And then it was also a great race for Kaylin Brown because she was in second and had a personal best of 49.13 seconds. And this is really impressive to me because she's a freshman, so it looks great for the university that they have a freshman to help carry the team next year and the following year, so the team will hopefully potentially be just as strong. It does stink, though, that a lot of the people that came in the top 5 in races from the school are seniors and some are juniors. But anyway, in third was Amber Annie at 49.59 seconds. And then in fourth place was Rosie F. Young at 49.72 seconds. And this was her personal best. Oh, someone just said nah. I would like you to explain on why you said nah. Okay, so for the 100-meter hurdles, Grace Stark from the University of Florida finished in first at 12.47 seconds, and this was her personal best. And second was Mirabel Cosido from the University of Washington at 12.56 seconds. And third was Rainia Jones from UCF at 12.59 seconds, and this was her personal best. The last sprint event we'll talk about is the 400-meter hurdles. Jasmine Jones finished in first from the USC at 53.15 seconds, and in second was Savannah Sutherland from the University of Michigan at 53.26 seconds, and in third was the University of Arkansas, Rachel Glenn at 54.11 seconds. Now let's talk about the mid-distance events. For the 800-meter event, Stanford really dominated the events, taking home the first 2 places. Juliet Whittaker obviously finished in first at 1 minute and 59.61 seconds, and this was her personal best. She also set a school record, breaking the mark of 2 minutes and 0.08 seconds by Olivia Baker in 2018. Royson Willis came in second at 2 minutes and 0.17 seconds, and this was also her personal best. And then lastly, in third was Oklahoma State Gabia Galvidite at 2 minutes and 0.23 seconds. There is a fight going on in the comments right now. I am very intrigued to know what the fight is about. If you could leave some background information, that would be great. Thank you. There's some beef happening. Okay, so lastly, for the mid-distance events, though, we have the 1,500-meter event. Maya Ramson, not shockingly, finished in first at 4 minutes and 6.62 seconds, and second was Kimberly May from Providence at 4 minutes and 8 minutes and 0.07 seconds, and then in third was Claudia Kazimirska from the University of Oregon at 4 minutes and 8.22 seconds, so super close to that second place spot. Now let's talk about who placed in the top 3 events in each of the long distance events. So let's talk about the 3,000 steeplechase. Doris Lemgall from the University of Alabama finished in first, which was not surprising finish at all. She just is so much farther ahead of everybody in the steeplechase and the other competitors. I feel like she really is that top place person. Her time was 9 minutes and 15.24 seconds, and what makes this even better is that this was her personal best. And second was Olivia Markasich from Notre Dame. Oh my gosh, I always say the school wrong. It's so bad. They say it Notre Dame. Or do they say, wait, the University of Notre Dame, they say it like that. At least it's, okay, I have a friend that goes there and they always say it like that and it confuses me. But anyway, okay, you get the point. At 9 minutes and 17.36 seconds. And then the third was Jeanette Scraff from Ohio State, clocking a time of 9 minutes and 34.82 seconds. I was trying to say clocking and then collecting, just came out, my bad. Clocking a time of 9 minutes and 34.82 seconds. Okay. Now, for the 5,000 meter event, Parker Valby, who was also just so ahead of so many people, came in first, so this is not a shocker. She finished with a time of 14 minutes and 52.18 seconds, and second was Hilda Olamoimoy from the University of Alabama with a time of 15 minutes and 10.04 seconds, and lastly and third was Bailey Hurstenstein from the University of Colorado at 15 minutes and 10.98 seconds. So let's now talk about some of the field events, and then we're going to close up the show about the relays. For the high jump, first to third place was able to reach 1.97 meters. Rose Yaboya from the University of Illinois placed first. Elena Kulichenko from the University of Georgia was in second, and Temitope Adeshina from Texas Tech was in third. In fourth, oh no. I just realized that this thing is wrong, guys. I'm so sorry. Wait, hold on. What are we talking about right now? We're talking about the high jump. Oh my gosh. There it is. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm so sorry. We're having some bad technical difficulties today. Okay, so... Sorry. Okay. Temitope Adeshina was in third. Okay, and fourth was Lamara Diston, who I thought would have placed higher, but I mean, fourth is still really good. Anyway, she's from Texas A&M, reaching 1.91 meters. Fifth to 10th place reached 1.87 meters, and those people were Jenna Rogers from the University of Nebraska, Rochelle Clayton from Villanova, Syria Alfine from BYU, Chayla Scott from the University of Oregon, Alice Taylor from Rice University, and Bara Sedikova from the University of Illinois. For the women's distance, the competition was pretty close, and I believe I got off order here. There we go. Okay. Veronica Friller from Vanderbilt University was in first place at 63.66 meters. Jaden Ulrich from Louisville was second with 63.05 meters. Alita Van Dalen from the University of Florida was in third at 62.44 meters. And fourth was Shelby Frank from the University of Minnesota at 61.01 meters. And in fifth was Michaela Hawkins from the Colorado State University at 59.82 meters. Last field event I wanted to mention was the triple jump. Wow, I cannot speak today either. UT Akalia Smith at 14.52 meters was in first, followed by Darhar Sopova from Illinois at 14.01 meters. And third was Amelia Strawstrand from San Jose State at 13.87 meters. And fourth was Anne Susanna Foster-Cata from Texas Tech at 13.68 meters. And lastly in fifth was Makisha Welcome from the University of Georgia at 13.65 meters. Now I wanted to quickly talk about the relays because the University of Arkansas made a historical record. Bryce Effion Brown and Amber Anning went on to set the NCAA record in the women's 4x4 or 4x400 meters in 3 minutes and 17.96 seconds, absolutely beating the former mark of 3 minutes and 21.92 seconds, which they set at the NCAA West Regional. Arkansas got fourth in the 4x100 meter relay, so they did really good in that one too. Arkansas's victory on Saturday completes the sweep for the women's track and field team under first-year head coach Chris Johnson, who also led the program to the NCAA Indoor Track and Field National Championships in March. So, that concludes our show for today. Once again, I sincerely apologize about some of these technical issues. Thank you guys for tuning in to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast presented to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you guys once again and have a wonderful day.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great.